Hello everybody! My name is Austin and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to talk about a webtoon novel, manhwa, you know, this webtoon manhwa that I read. It's super cool. It's called Windbreaker, and basically, what Windbreaker is you got this guy, his name is Joe, you know, he's an Asian kid with glasses, who's pretty smart, and, you know, he's a nerd and doesn't do anything except for cycling, you know. Actually kind of reminds me of a certain somebody here. Am I right, guys? It reminds me of a certain somebody here. Except I don't, you know, cycle. I just play video games, jerk off the hentai. But other than that, I mean, you know, it's just some quirky Asian kid, super smart, doesn't do anything except for cycling. And you know, along the way, he meets some people. He doesn't like them, but you know what? He joins them, and you know, they have this thing called like bike crews and stuff, in like this fictional setting, you know, South Korea and crap. And you know, oh wow, he joins a gang called the Hummingbird Crew, and you know, you watch this journey of a bunch of couple youngsters, you know, living with Jay and stuff, and you know, they rise from bottom to the very top of this cool competition that, you know, Jay and the Hummingbird team have, you know, I guess entered and stuff. And overall, this manhwa is so clean. You know, currently the manhwa has not ended yet. It's got like 400 chapters or something like that. And currently, you know, yeah, I'm caught up to it, so I want to talk about it. I want to talk about all the cool moments, all the cool artwork, and overall, just talk about how good the plot is. So, the very first thing, right? The very first thing, let's talk about that plot. Oh my god, the plot. I mean, I'm not gonna say much because this is like a review, you know. I've only give you like a brief summary, but I'm gonna say this right here, right now. Expect a lot of twists, expect a lot of turns, and expect a lot of power creep. A lot of shonen. like this is like, oh, you're taking those OP fantasies, right? Like OP character fantasies, and you combine them with shonen. Like the two giant powerhouses of, you know, I guess of media and shit. You combine them together, and you get Windbreaker. Like cycling has never been this intense. Like cycling has never been this intense. The plot gets so wacky out of times. That's like what? You're telling me that? Oh, like there's like mafia, there's like murder, there's like drug abuse in a cycling thing. I mean, I'm just like listing some stuff that like happens in this plot. I mean, it's not spoilers because, I mean, out of context, you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, and only until you read this manhwa will you know what I'm talking about. There's like gang violence and shit like that. I'm like, this is just supposed to be some cycling manhwa and just some good old amateur bike race or some shit. But oh man, does it get super wacky. You know, the worst characters become the best characters, and the best characters can become the worst characters. Like it feels like what's a show that everybody that can relate to, you know, that has like a lot of plot twists and shit. Like, I don't know, Game of Thrones, I've never seen of that. I've never seen Game of Thrones before. I've heard that like that show's got like a lot of plot twists and turns. I don't know. But like, oh my, you can never trust anybody. Everybody's got their own issues. Everybody's got their own strength. Everybody's got their own weaknesses. Like sometimes you can root for some characters, but other times you wish you didn't root for those characters. Everybody's got a good side. Everybody's got a bad side. Everybody's got a whoa side. You know, like, oh, I never even expected that from you side. It's just like, ooh, very good. Like it's just cycling, right? It's just cycling. But how is it so wacky? And how is it so crazy? How does this manhwa about cycling become so different. like when I expect a cycling manhwa, I would expect like a bit of rivalry here, competitions and stuff like that. But that's just like the surface level, and like the stuff I talked about earlier, but like about like gang violence, drug abuse, and shit like that. I'm like, oh, like wow, this is like I can't believe I'm like actually like I'm like these scenes, right? These scenes where like things like go wacky and insane. I'm like, what? Like this is just a this is just a manhwa about cycling. Like how did it turn into this shit? Oh my god, it's so insane, but yet it's written so well that like I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Like sure, it's just gone so derailed, right? It's gone so derailed from it being just a cycling manhwa, but you know what? I love that. I love that. Like it's not just cycling anymore. It's just crazy stuff that just happens. It's like God. Well, like even if I told you some of these scenes, like literally it wouldn't make any sense, and literally it wouldn't be any spoilers because it's just so wacky. It's just so weird. It's just so weird. It's so weird, funny, serious, you know, depressing. The most happiest fucking manhwa I've ever read. You get so many emotions just reading the plot. You want to know what happens next because it just like yes, it goes wacky. Yes, like it just flies off all over the place, but somehow it makes all sense. And oh my god, I would say I'm gonna give this plot like a good 9, a good solid 9, 9.5. Like my only issue is that like sometimes it's just too crazy for me to keep up, but for the most part, I enjoy it. I mean, so far I'm like enjoying, you know, I'm really enjoying, you know, like the atmosphere that is built up, you know. Like you check episode 1 and you check the recent episode, like which right now it's like 410, 420, like I don't know, 420, like somewhere around there. I just finished, you know. like I was so excited to talk about this. I didn't really care how many episodic chapters there are. Like I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. It's like you check the first episode and the last episode, and you're like, what am I watching? Like, what am I looking at? What am I looking at? Oh my god. And speaking of looking at, wow. OMG, the art is insane. Yeah, it is insane. Like, from the very get-go, I was like, cycling. How are they gonna make, you know, like a cycling manhwa, you know, something that's like not moving in my eyes, like I'm not watching anything moving, like it's just pages and shit. It's just, you know, you're scrolling down your phone, right? Like it's just a continuous page and shit, you know. Like you don't really like it shouldn't be possible. It shouldn't, like, okay, sports manhwa, I get, like, oh, like basketball or something, like, okay, whatever, you can draw a couple characters like dribbling and stuff in like a couple panels, like it's not too bad, right? But it's like cycling, like wheels are moving and stuff. Like how is like this is not gonna be intense. This is not gonna be fun. When I first like you know, when I first like was reading this, and for some reason, this is one of the most intense manhwa I've ever read. And this is like, I'm like, you know, this would be so good if this was an anime. Because like, you could, like, because I feel like the intensity would be like brought up like a millionfold. And this manhwa is already intense. Like, imagine this got an anime adaptation. Because, woo. I'm like, how do you like draw so good that like if like the cycling, right? It's cycling. Like you're not like it's not moving. Like the bicycles aren't moving across the page. Like they're just drawn across the page. But yet it feels so intense. It feels like a cycling anime, even though it's not. It's just a cycling manhwa, you know. It's just a cycling Korean cartoon, you know. Like I don't know, like what's the best way to put it, but like the best way to put it is, like, this should have been on the screen, like this should have been on the big screen, like with animation and shit. But even without animation, it is intense as fuck, and I never would have expected that. I never would have expected that. I mean, the art, it's pretty good, you know, but like, oh my god, it's that cycling. Like, how do you draw cyclers? Like, how do you draw like a cycling race and make it so intense in a model? I don't know. Like, I've never seen that before. Like, god damn, like that shit is crazy. Like, I don't know how to describe. I really don't know how to describe it. Like I'm just repeating this stuff because like I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Like, I just don't know. It blows me away, man. And lastly, let's talk about those characters, dude. Right, earlier I was talking about this guy named J. Joe, right? Literally the MC. Bro, like believe it or not, every single character is so cool, right? Like, yeah, I was talking about the MC earlier, but literally, I feel like it's not just like the MC story. I feel like it's everybody's story in this manhwa. And what do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? Well, like you know, you have like main characters, side characters, and like, you know, all that crap, background characters and stuff. It's I don't know how this manhwa does it. Like, I mean, it's been going for like 400 like chapters now. It's been going on for like 5 years. It started in 2017, and recently I just caught up. It's like 2022. You know, when I'm recording this, right? It's been 5 years since I guess it came out, and you know, I'm recording this and I'm doing my review now because it's so good. I just caught up to it in like 2 days. I was like, damn, like I want more, and I want to see what goes. I want to see what happens next because you're just left wondering like, what's gonna happen next. But anyway, I'm backtracking. I got too sidetracked. Alright, I got too sidetracked. Characters that feel like every character gets so much screen time. It's actually really funny. Like obviously J. Joe's there. Obviously, his friends are there and stuff like that. But like even like side characters that you won't see much. Like the manga crew, and you know the Trident crew especially, and obviously Monster, like the big team, right? Like the expected winner of the tournament and shit. Like yeah, you don't see these guys much, but even still, like even the side characters have so much life, so much love. I'm like oh my god, it's great. Like MCs and side characters, SCs, and like even back characters, BCs, like BC, like literally every single character feels like they have a voice. It's so funny. Like this reoccurring joke, right? Like how there's always like a couple and shit that's always like, you know, kissing and shit, and like there's just like a bike race happening and they're just like, oh, what the hell? Like the bike race was so epic that literally what is it? Oh my god, they ruined our kiss. Like, I'm like, even they get a lot of screen time, because it's like such a reoccurring joke, which is so funny. I'm just like, I'm like, so funny, bro. This like for a manga to be this wacky, like it's built themselves some great characters, like J. Joe, for example, Shelly, Dom, Minu, Vinny, everybody's favorite. Like one of those characters, right? Like these characters, they're so wacky. They have life to them. Like even Jay's brother, and obviously Jay's mom. I'm like, what is it? June. You got so many different TJ. Like you have so many characters. There's so many different variety of characters, but they all get so much love and care and attention from the author, and I really love it. I really love it. And like I said earlier, whoever's writing this shit, like he's talented as fuck. Because like how can you balance such a huge roster of like people of like in this story, and it's so good. It's so good, and not just that. Like these characters have life to them, right? These characters have life to them. Like for example, right? MC J. Joe, you know, he's a nerdy ass kid who doesn't talk much, but he's such a pro, he's such a cool guy, but secretly, you know, he's kind of a dork. You know, you got Shelly, you know, the British girl, the cute girl that you know, always trying to flirt with Jay, but you know, is actually really wholesome and actually really caring for Jay. You know, you got Dom, the idiot that, you know, at first doesn't belong in the team, but ends up becoming one of the biggest stars, you know, for that team. You got Vinny, who was such a dick, but literally, as the story progresses, he's become so like he's become he's become like the fans' literally favorite character because you turn an absolute dickhead that nobody wanted into one of the most lovable characters. Like, I feel like nobody does it well, unlike this, whoever this guy like wrote it. Like, this guy can turn like this Arthur who's writing this manga, like he can turn like the shittiest character into the best character. I'm like, oh my god, Vinny's the GOAT, dude. But and overall, the Hummingbird crew, like even June, right? June, June realizes that he's like, you know, the side character, like the most side character out of the main characters, out of the main cast and shit. But even June is actually really cool. Like, not gonna lie, he doesn't play as big as a role as some of the other guys, some of the other louder guys, you know. But like he's got his own special part to play, and it's so cute to see. Oh my god! And let's not even talk about relationships. The relationships in this series is so wild. It's so wild. I'm like one complaint I do have though, right? About like the characters and stuff is like they all love each other. They all like were good friends, but for some reason they just cannot look out for each other. Like nobody's like checking up on each other. Everyone's like, oh, he's probably fine. Like that's the one complaint I have. I mean, it's kind of funny, obviously, but it's still like I guess a little jab at like the character relationships and the plot overall. Like really, one of the main characters is in trouble, but everybody's like, I don't give a fuck. They're probably doing okay. Until they're not doing okay, and then there's like miscommunication and shit. I mean, you know, like these guys are like, these guys are so tight and shit, and you know, for them to be fucking like this, like not willing to like help out their fellow man, you know, in case they're in trouble because, oh, he's probably okay. You know, like that fucking excuse is thrown out a billion times, but I don't mind it. It's just like, whatever. Fair enough. Like, you need to use it for the plot to go forward, like, fair enough. You know what I mean? Fair enough. And besides, I mean, like, I can't be saying that, like, because, like, sometimes, right, like, you think you know a character, but then they show you some background lore, and they're like, oh, wow, maybe I don't know this character. So maybe the Hummingbird team don't know each other. Maybe that's why, you know, maybe their relationship isn't as tight as I thought, you know? Because, like, oh, like, for one thing, like, this manga, like, tells you, right? This manga, like, I guess, shows you a lot. So, like, every character has two sides to them. And, like, sure, you see their initial side, but only by reading do you get to see all their other faces and shit, all the other sides to a character. And I love that. I love the fact that almost every single character, like, even like the most minor characters, like the fucking principal, even the principal has such a unique personality. Granted, I don't like his personality at all. In fact, I hate his personality, but granted, it's a personality. It's a personality trait that's like, what? I mean, yeah, it's so good. It's so good. I mean, granted, like, main characters have more faces, or have more sides to them, and obviously side characters have less faces, side faces to them and stuff. But, like, overall, character interactions are so good. So good. I've been enjoying this. Like, Hummingbird crew, please, you know, like, literally, like, please stop arguing with each other and just, you know, contact each other even if you think they're okay. Because if they did that, literally, like, this tournament arc would last, or this series would be, like, cut in half. Because, like, sure, it's a complaint that I don't care too much about, but it's something I have to point out, right, when reading it, is that, like really half, like it wouldn't take this long. Like this model, like the model, like, is a bit stretched out because the Hummingbird crew is always like missing a person or always fighting each other and stuff like that. And I'm like, like, these guys have known each other for so long now. Like you would think there'd be like undeniable trust. You know what I mean? Like trust in every single member and have faith in every single member and looking out for every single member. But you know, it's whatever. For the sake of plot convenience, whatever. And yeah, and that's basically everything I want to talk about for Windbreaker. And if you guys enjoyed my review, let me know down below. This is my first webtoon review I've done on this channel. I've done webtoon reviews before, but they were on different channels. Don't even bother looking for them. I probably erased it, deleted. I don't know, but if you guys enjoy it, let me know down in the comments down below, because goddamn did I enjoy reading Windbreaker. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!